This recipe is more of a brownie rather than a cookie, but we're going to bake it on a tray. So I'm going to melt the butter and chocolate together in the microwave. Just going to melt it for a minute and then give it a stir and then do 30-second bursts after that. While the chocolate and butter is melting, I'm going to get the sugars on to whip. So it's the caster sugar, brown sugar, and the 2 eggs. I am the queen of getting shells and baking, so I always do a bowl first. So the 2 eggs into the mixer. I'm just going to put that on a medium speed. The sugar is going to dissolve and then the eggs are also going to get nice and light and fluffy. I'm just going to scrape down the bowl because there is some sugar sticking to the sides. Then we're going to go again. So this takes about as much time to beat as the chocolate and butter in the microwave. Back on. So the butter is all melted and the chocolate is warm. I'm just going to give it a stir to combine it. Just get that butter and chocolate being friends in there. So the chocolate's all melted in there now too, and it is coming together. So I'm just going to turn the mixer on for another 30 seconds just to get a little bit more air into the sugar and eggs, and then I'm going to pour everything in. Bit more. I'm going to sift all the dry ingredients before I put it into the mixer because the cocoa always has lumps in it. I guess because it's so fine. So that's the flour, cocoa, baking powder, and then the salt. I'm going to put the mixer on a low speed and then add the chocolate and butter. I'm going to add the dries in too while I've got my mixer up. And then just put it on to combine. You don't want to over mix it. I'm going to finish the rest off by hand. So because this is technically a brownie recipe, but we're baking it into cookies, you want the mixture to be pipeable. If your butter and chocolate is too hot and you have quite a runny mixture, it's all good, just leave it to set for a little bit. So just leave it 5 or 10 minutes before you go to pipe it. So the outcome of how these cookies look really depends on the temperature of your batter as you go to pipe it. So I reckon that's the biggest trick in this recipe here. So just scraping down the bottom of the bowl. I'm going to leave that for 2 minutes just to firm up a little bit. It's quite thick as it is, but I don't want them to spread too much. If you make these and they spread right over the tray, it's this step here where you need to let it set a little bit is where you're going wrong. So just let it hang out. So there's a few ways you can get the cookies onto the tray. I like to do either a little ice cream scoop, 2 spoons, but what I am into at the moment is just using a piping bag and then a round nozzle. So I'm going to cut the end off this piping bag and put the nozzle in. So just make sure you cut it nice and straight. I haven't. Always do a smaller cut than you think because you can recut it, but it's so annoying when the nozzle comes right through the other side and you need a new piping bag. So that one's all good. Make sure it's really nice and tight. If you have a tall cup like this, it's really easy to fill your piping bag. So then you've got your 2 hands free for the spatula and your mixing bowl. I have really stumpy short fingers, so I'm only going to put half of this mixture in, and I'm going to fill the piping bag again with the last bit of the mixture. Pull the bag over the top. I have a baking tray here lined with some baking paper. They will spread, so make sure you don't pipe them too close together. I'm going to just get your nozzle, have it completely vertical, then lift up. So see how they all have little peaks? I'm gonna just get some water, dip my finger in, and then just flatten them down a little bit. This is also good to do as well because you can put your filling in that little crevice that you're making. So in my book, these have Nutella filling in the center, but I'm actually going to use caramel condensed milk today. Any spread would work well. This would be really nice with Biscoff or jam, anything really. So I've got my tin of condensed milk. Just going to do a little scoop onto each one. This recipe makes 2 trays. So 3 times 4, yeah, about 24 cookies. But if you wanted them bigger, then it would be perfect for 16. So these are going to be smaller, cute ones today. Okay, easy as. I'm going to put these into the oven. Cute. That's them all done. They smell so good. Bit of flaky sea salt on top if you have it. I don't. But why not just a bit of this? Oh yeah. The salt really adds to the caramel, just elevates it. So there you have it, a super quick, easy cookie recipe.